Hey everybody, Tim Knight. I was going to do that little picture-in-picture thing where like my face is like floating on the corner. I realized there's just no value in that. It's just silly. So just a chart. That's all we're going to do. And, you know, with the Fed meeting tomorrow, I feel a bit like a news station where you've got a major political race that's exactly tied. And it could go one way or the other. And you could speak at great length about, well, if side A wins, then the following happens. If side B wins, then the following happens. And after you talk about those things enough, there's really nothing left to say. And it's boring. And until A or B wins, then there's just nothing left to say. And that's kind of the situation I'm in now. There's really no point in talking about the 8,000 different possibilities from tomorrow's announcement. And as I often say, a little time traveler could give me the exact press release right down to the last period, and it would almost certainly have no value for me, because it's not the announcement that matters. It's how the market processes the announcement really over the next 24 hours after it comes out. So let's all be glad that we don't get the announcement, because it wouldn't matter anyway. So what I wanted to do, and I think this will really be it for the day, because like I said, there's really nothing, it's only so much juice you can squeeze out of this lemon, is just to bang through some index charts and just share a few words on them. Some I'll blow right past. There's 30 of them, and some I'll just blow right past. And others I'll say a few words about. So let's just go through them. This is the All World Index. Sounds very impressive, doesn't it? And this is a very well-formed top. And this is very, very typical of the tops you're seeing these days, which is that it's beautiful, it's complete, it's very, very well formed, but it's still kind of teetering at support here. And it teased below it yesterday, and that happened all over the place. We got that nice hard sell-off yesterday, which was erased, and now we're above it again. So more than a little bit annoying, but sooner or later, you know, it's going to succumb. Dow Jones Composite, not that interesting. Dow Jones Us Financials, this is pretty interesting. And you can see here and here the similarity of these, although the difference being here that we're just so much higher, so much sharply higher than we were in the past. But once again, you can see this top is very much complete. And this monkey business where we've penetrated back in, it's just a waste of time. I think it's just going to fall hard. But they're not giving up without a fight. That is for sure. They're not giving up without a fight. Here's the large caps, kind of the same story. Now you can see from this top how much it fell. Look how puny this is compared to where we're at now. You know, we're like, you know, 3 times as high as before, and a long sharp ascent. This was Pee Wee Herman down here. This is nothing. This has, of course, been the bane of gold traders everywhere. This is the US dollar index, very strong, persistently strong, almost inexplicably strong for a solid year. Just muscling higher with incredible strength. Gold, don't even want to talk about. The Nikkei is approaching its resistance trend line here. It's not that interesting to chart, though. I don't know what the TMT index is, but it's obviously fallen a lot already. You know, we could make this into a grid chart. You could kind of see, you could sort of look at this, and you could look at this. And again, this is where layered charts work better, because I can't sort of mush this over. But what I could do is long these lines. Yeah, that works a little bit better. So you can see how those compare to one another. Let's get out of this mode. Here's the Russell 3000. You can see 3 tops here, 1, 2, and then a big one right there. Very well formed. The Russell 1000, same deal. 1, 2, a third one. Very neat, very tidy, very clean, rounded top. SML, the S&P Small Cap 600 Index. They got all these kind of flavors of these small caps. Energy, which has been very strong, obviously. I think it's starting to kind of sputter. I got some XOP puts near the end of the day today. I don't know if this is some Saudi Arabian one or something, but it's a pretty cool channel over the past 12 years or so. Here's the Ftse, which has been extremely strong. You would have thought, I certainly would have thought back here, that it would have gone no higher than this dome. Clearly it has completely ignored that, and we're approaching lifetime highs on that. And this is the NASDAQ 100 volatility, which has taken a pretty hearty leap in recent weeks. And now some of the more common indexes, that first chunk was a watch list I keep with kind of the more obscure ones. Here's more of the common ones. Dow Composite has not broken yet. That's kind of the last man standing, very resolutely above, most importantly, that green trend line. NASDAQ Composite, in this instance, we do have a very clean break. This is a sensational top up here. Indu, boring, ironically enough, because that's the one everybody knows. NASDAQ 100, also clean, powerful top there. If we rally, I do not want to see this rally past, what would that be? Thursday's high, I think. Last week, Thursday's high. That really should be the hard limit for any relief rally. S&P 100 kind of teased below it a little bit. We're above that support line now. Russell 2000. This one we were range bound for a very long time, finally broke, and then immediately started this new range where we've been banging around, and we're just below it in recent days, that range. Semiconductor, I see there's a couple of strong AMD and another one after hours, and that's fine. We can rally back to the neckline, as it were, on this. S&P 500, sky high, and once again we teased below yesterday the support level and bounced hard and then bounced some more today. And with this thicket of activity, this is our ally to kind of hold back any meaningful price appreciation. The transports, monkeying around, nowhere near a break on this one. Utilities, boring. The VIX, here's my old cycle, as you can see. So the idea here is like a sunspot graph here. The idea being that generally speaking, an ascendancy in the months ahead. Gold, boring. XBD, yeah, pretty boring. Although, does this warrant? It's kind of a mess. You can see here, it's not really a clean rounded top. XMI, this was our trend line, and we've just kind of fuzzed out on this one. This is also this like increasingly wide bands of activity. And hate to end on a messy note like this, but here's the last index, the XOI, which burst above its wedge, has been above it ever since, and it's getting pretty close to that peak. But as you can see, historically, here, 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 and here, this approximate price level around about 16 to 1700 tends to be the peak. So, all right, well, that's kind of a whirlwind tour. Tomorrow guaranteed to be interesting. Absolutely 100% money back guaranteed to be interesting on Wednesday. And hopefully put the bears back in the driver's seat within 24 hours of the release of the minutes. All right, that's it for me.